Today we are going to discuss one of the important family Verbenaceae. This is important family from angiosperms, belongs to the division Phanerogamia, class Dicotyledone where cotyledons are two, Gamopetalae where petals are fused, Bicarpellate ovules are two, order Lamniales, bilipt or zygomorphic corolla is there, and the family Verbenaceae. Here you can find some of the members of the family Verbenaceae I have shown here. And here you can find a typical floral and inflorescence structure of this family. When we talk about the family characters about this family, you just look at this flower. It is very familiar to us. It is the Lantana camera flower. The plants are mostly herbaceous, though this Lantana is the shrubby member. The plants are herbaceous, shrubs or trees. Leaves are mostly simple. Here you can observe the simple leaves are there. They are exstipulate. Opposite or whorl type of the phyllotaxy is there. Inflorescence mostly cymose type of the inflorescence is there, but also racemose or spikes can also be observed in the family Verbenaceae. Flowers mostly hermaphrodite, that is bisexual flowers are there. They are zygomorphic in nature. Rarely we find actinomorphic flower, but in the family it is typically zygomorphic corolla. Then it is the hypogynous condition is observed that ovary is superior, calyx gamosepalous, corolla it is gamopetalous. They are five-lobed and calyx is mostly persistent at the fruit level. Then gamopetalous condition sometimes shows a two-lipped nature, as this is the member of Lamniales. Here you can observe that there can be the bilipped condition reappears here. So two-lipped corolla, gamopetalous corolla can be observed. Stamens mostly four. They are didynamous in nature, where two stamens show the shorter filaments and two stamens show the longer filament there. So didynamous condition is observed here. They are unequally paired, epipetalous. They are present or attached on the petals or the corolla tube. Carpels mostly two. Bicarpellary syncarpous ovary is there. Ovary at the superior position. And when we talk about the placentation is the axile placentation. In most of the members, fruit is either berry or drupe. Here you can observe these are some of the important characters of this family Verbenaceae. Here we are going to discuss some of the common plants which commonly found in the India. So these common plants can be discussed here. This is the Avicennia alba, where you can find it is the white mangrove is called. A creamish color flowers are there. It is a Sundarban tree, marshy in the marshy land it can appear, and long pneumatophores. The viviparous seeds are observed here. Here at the ground you can find this is all marshy land where these breathing roots are there. So pneumatophores is the typical characteristic of these mangrove plants. Then Calicarpa arborea. It is commonly known as Givala. And here you can observe the beautiful flowering of this plant, a tree with hard and light colored wood, which can be used as a good timber. Here you can observe the Clerodendron. Clerodendron inermi is common, the hedge plant, ज्याला आपण बाड म्हणतो. So it is a hedge plant. See the exerted androecium is the typical character of this member. Then Duranta repens, you can find that on the fencing, this type of the flowers and fruits can be observed to the plants. So it is Duranta repens. It is a shrubby hedge plant, commonly grown in gardens or for the fencing purpose. Then most common plants in our region, that is Lantana indica or Lantana camera. So here these plants can be easily observed everywhere around us. Then another plant which is very important to us, that is the Tectona grandis, त्याला आपण सागवान म्हणतो. It is a deciduous tree and yields a good quality timber for the purpose of furniture. So it is Tectona grandis. These are the garden plants, Verbena officinalis. The stem is mostly quadrangular and commonly growing on the west areas where we can find. And Vitex nigundo, त्याला आपण निर्गुडी म्हणतो. So it is a common plant in our region also, Nirgundi or Nirgudi. So these It is a garden plant, but this can be the wild plant in our region. These are mostly the annual and perennial herbaceous members, maybe shrubby or trees. Just take the example of Dectona grandis. It is a large tree, or in Lantana camera, we can find the shrubby habit, or rarely woody climbers such as halophytes, Avicennia. This is the plant shown here. It is the Avicennia, and it is at the nominal tropical shores, seashores, we can observe this Avicennia plant. This family is commonly called Verbena family, and it includes about 77 genera and having about 3020 species, out of which 21 genera and 125 species occurs in India. The most of the members of this family are inhabitants resides in the tropical and subtropical regions, and they also extend into the temperate lands. Most of the plant there, we can say that it is the cosmopolitan in distribution, and everywhere this can appear. When we talk about the root is basically a taproot system, but sometimes breathing roots like the pneumatophores can be appeared here in the Avicennia, a mangrove plant. The stems are mostly erect, herbaceous or woody. Young branches, mostly they are quadrangular. Here you can find it is a flat surface. Quadrangular stems are there, and in many members we find the spiny nature of the stem. This is the stem of particularly Lantana camera in close-up. Here you can find short spines are developed on the quadrangular stem. When we talk about the leaves, mostly the leaves are simple, but sometimes it may be palmately or pinnately compound leaf can be observed in the peronema. Here these are the leaves of peronema. These are the pinnately compound leaves. They may be compound, opposite or whorled in the phyllotaxy. Mostly they are exstipulate in nature, and they are entire or sometimes divided. So here entire leaf in the Lantana camera we can observe here, and the pinnately compound leaf in the peronema here we have shown here. When we talk about the inflorescence in this family, the inflorescence is mostly the cymose type of the inflorescence, or we can find the racemose spikes can be developed here. Often the involucre of bracts, they are the leafy structures at the base of the flower. So involucre of bracts can be appeared here. The cymose is the usually dicaseal type of the inflorescence, dicaseal cyme, and it is mostly observed in the clerodendron. Here you can find this is the clerodendron inermi. Here you can find the unit of threes, and it is a group of the inflorescence. So the compound cymose inflorescence can be observed in the clerodendron inermi. Umbellate type of the inflorescence can be developed here, and it is the species where we can find spike type of the inflorescence. It is the verbena where we can find the spike type of the inflorescence is there, and these spikes are nothing but the racemose type of the inflorescences can be appear, where you can find the younger flowers at the top and the older flowers are at the base. But in cymose inflorescence, younger flower are at the base and the older flower are at the tops or in the central position. Flowers are mostly zygomorphic. Here you can observe that actinomorphic flower shows that any cut in any plane, it can divide into two parts. But here in zygomorphy, we can find there is the only one plane which make it into equal two parts. So it is the zygomorphic flower. They are mostly hermaphrodite, bisexual flowers are there, so that male and female gamete, androecium and gynoecium in the same flower is present. Rarely unisexual flowers can be observed here, and this unisexuality can be appear due to the abortion in the one of the reproductive structure. Take the example of Aegiphylla. This is the Aegiphylla flower. It is the actinomorphic, as well as it shows the unisexual condition, male flower or the female flower, by the abortion of one of the structure, androecial or the gynoecial structure. So unisexuality can be observed in this Aegiphylla flower. It is mostly the hypogynous, where ovary is the superior, and pentamerous or the tetramerous condition. Pentamerous means where the stamens, calyx, corolla, they are 5 in number, and when there are the 4 structures, that is calyx, corolla and androecium are 4 in number, so it is the tetramerous condition. In the Physopsis, we can find the tetramerous condition and rarely actinomorphic. Here in Physopsis also you can find the actinomorphic. This is the Physopsis flowers and these are the inflorescences where you can find these are the complete flowers but they are actinomorphic. But in most of the cases we find the zygomorphic type of the flower is there. Calyx is mostly five-lobed. It is gamosepalous because five sepals and five petals are there. So sepals are also five-lobed, gamosepalous, persistent up to development of the fruit in that member. It is the bell-shaped or the tubular type of the fusion can be observed in the calyx, and rarely 4 to 8 parts can be there, and it is volvate in nature. The position of the calyx is the inferior because the ovary is at the superior position. When we talk about the corolla, the petals are 5 to 4, tetramerous or the pentamerous condition is there, and they are lobed. Here you can find the gamopetalous petals and mostly they are the unequal. Here you can observe that these two are of equal size. Here there is the division and typical zygomorphic corolla is there. So they are mostly petals are unequal in size and shapes, and they are tubular or cylindrical. They are mostly bilipped and imbricate. Position of the corolla is the inferior because ovary is at the superior position. This is the typical number of the androecium where stamens are 4 and they are didynamous. Here you can observe that these two stamens are having the shorter filaments and these two stamens are having the longer filaments. So didynamous condition is the typical in the family Verbenaceae. The fifth stamen, which may be present or absent. If present, it is in the form of a staminode, a sterile androecium, a sterile stamen is there where there is no viable pollens can appear in the anther cells. Rarely we find there is the presence of 5 stamens, and these are found in the Tectona grandis where 5 stamens are viable are there. They are mostly epipetalous. Here you can observe in another diagram, LS, you can find that this is totally a corolla tube. This is up to here, it is a calyx, and here above that we can find the corolla tube is there. And on this corolla tube, you can find there is the presence of androeciums which are attached to the corolla tube. So this condition is known as the epipetalous condition. They are biathecous, anther cells are 2, filaments free, dorsifixed type of the androeciums are there. Here you can find dorsifixed position of the androecium. They are intros most of the times. Intros in the sense the anther cell dehisces towards the stigma of the flower. So it is intros in nature, and dehiscence is mostly the longitudinal, vertical type of the dehiscence can be observed in the anther cells. So didynamous condition and the 4 stamens is the typical character of this family Verbenaceae. When we talk about the gynoecium, gynoecium also it is a typical bicarpellary syncarpous ovary is there. There are rarely 4 carpels in the Duranta, blue colored flower, that Fanes plant, Hedge plant. So in Duranta we can find it is the 4 carpels are there, but otherwise mostly it is the bicarpellary syncarpous ovary. But we can find in Juncea, we find there are the pentacarpellary syncarpous ovary is there. It is superior in position, and in early stage it is a bilocular but soon divided into 4 locules or many locule by formation of the false septum. So false septum is not the true septum of the true locules, and because of the false septation many locules can be observed in the ovary. Mostly the placentation is axile type and it is a free central in Avicennia. Avicennia is the mangrove plant where you can find the ovules are free centrally arranged. There is no septation or partition can be formed here. The style is mostly terminal and the stigma is entire or lobed. Here you can observe it is the LS of the flower. 2 flowers have been shown. Here also you can observe the ovary, style and the stigma. Stigmas are most of the times it is the lobed, having a bifurcated structure can be observed here. The ovary, a style and the bifurcated or lobed stigma is there. Here you can also the same condition. The tubes are mostly hairy. The corolla tubes here you can observe the petals, they are showing the presence of hairs on that. So it is a typical nature in most of the flowers of the Verbenaceae. Here you can find the fruits. They are mostly drupes, rarely schizocarpic capsule enclosed by the persistent calyx can be observed. But normally we find the drupe type of the fruits are there. Here you can, we have shown the fruit of Lantana camara. These are the typical berries or drupes can be observed in the member. So seeds are mostly non-endospermic with straight type of the embryo can be observed. Pollination is entomophilous, insect pollinated plants are there. So here you can observe the bees are flies and bees are visiting the flower of the Lantana camara. Here you can observe that when we talk about the floral formula, the flowers are zygomorphic. So this symbol is shown here. It is a bisexual in nature. So symbol of bisexuality has been shown here. The calyx, they are five or four, we have seen that, and these are mostly we can find they are gamosepalous in nature, so it has been shown in the bracket. Corolla, it is also a tubular, gamopetalous condition is there. Androeciums, they are attached to the petals, so that it has been shown the connection wise here. So connectivity to the androecium and corolla is shown here. Androeciums are free, they may be 2+2, or in Tectona we find the 5 stamens are there. So it is 2+2. Didynamous condition can be observed in the androecium and they are polyandrous in nature. So it has not been included in the bracket. The gynoecium is typically bicarpellaris incarpus, though in some member we find the tetralocular tetracarpellaris incarpus ovary or pentacarpellaris incarpus ovary, but overall most of the members shows the bicarpellaris incarpus ovary, which is at the superior position. So it has been included in the bracket. Here you can find a typical diagram, floral diagram of this family. All the sepals, 5 or 4, whatever it be, so they are fused. So it has been connected. They are not free here. And volvate type of the estivation is shown here. Here also we can find the corolla members. They are also in the form of tube. So they have been connected. And so it is the connectivity is continued here. Stamens are mostly 4. Here we have shown the stamens, 4 stamens are there. They are didynamous in nature, but 5th stamen may be present, but it is in the form of a staminode. A stamen-like structure is there, but no viable pollens can be observed in the anther cells. So these are considered the staminodes. So it is also shown in here. Here you can find it is the epipetalous condition. On the tube it has been attached. Here at the center we can find a bicarpellary bilocular ovary is shown here. Placentation is axial placentation, but in most of the members we can find there is the development of the false septum, so that there can be the tetralocular, pentalocular, multilocular structure of the ovary, as in Avicennia, free central placentation is there. So such conditions can be observed in the family Verbenaceae. Okay. So this is the typical drawing. These are the drawing made by the botanist or the painters, which shows all the parts of the plants. These are the drawings which can be preserved in the botanical herbariums as a record. So these are the, this is the, it is the Clerodendron species, a Clerodendron serratum, this is the species, where you can find a typical panicle type of the inflorescence is there. So it is a compound type of the inflorescence and large flowers can be there. So here you can find a single flower. In single flower, you can observe that it is the bilift or the zygomorphic corolla is there. In zygomorphic corolla, here you can observe the ovary is typically shown here, bicarpellaris incarpus ovary with a bilift or a lobe type of the stigma is there. Here the parts of that has been shown here, androecial conditions are there, and the staminode is also shown here. This is the typical corolla tube is there on which the androeciums can be observed. These are the fruits. The fruit development is shown here, and this is the TS of fruit. Here you can observe this is the plant of lantana camera. Here you can observe that this is the typical flower of lantana camera. This is the bracteate nature. So bract is there. This is the corolla valves, and this is the tubular corolla where the zygomorphic corolla opening is there. So this is the lantana camera flower where we can find the hairy nature of this plant is there. This is a globose type of the inflorescence, cymose type of the racemose type of the inflorescence in the globose structure is there. This is a typical fruit that you can eat. So this is the edible fruit of this lantana camera. These are the calyx. Here you can find the calyx valves in the form of gamosepalous nature of the corolla sepals has been shown here. Here you can find the ileus of the flower. In ileus of the flower, this is a typical corolla tube, and inside the corolla tube, you can find this is the gynoecium, style and stigma, and the androeciums which are shown here on the corolla tube. So it is a typically epipetalous condition which can be observed in the family Verbenaceae. So here we doesn't find any exerted type of the androeciums as we find in the clerodendron. Here also you can observe that androeciums are extruded out. Filaments are long, but here in the lantana camera, filaments are very short and they are completely included inside the corolla tube. So this is the typical nature, and because of this typical nature, we have selected these two plants to study where the filaments are long and here it is the completely included in the corolla tube. So this is about the corolla structure. Now, when we talk about the economic importance, it may be in terms of the money. So these are economically important plants, particularly the medicinal property. Here you can find the clerodendrons. Most of the members of the clerodendron are used in the asthma and cough related problems. So here it is, we have just discussed about in last slide, it is the clerodendron member. So it is the complete panicle of that clerodendron. The decoction of the leaves of the lantana camera is given in the tetanus and in rheumatism. आदिवासी लोक काय करतात, सरळ त्याच्या पानांचा जो काढा आहे, डिकॉक्शन ऑफ द लिव्स ऑफ लँटाना इज युज्ड इन द रुमॅटिझम. त्याला संधिवात असेल, गुडघ्यांचा त्रास होत असेल तर पानांचा काढा कशाचा, ह्या घाणेरीचा, किंवा त्याला आपण लँटाना कॅमेरा म्हणतो. सो दिस लँटाना कॅमेरा कॅन बी युज्ड इन द रुमॅटिझम. द लीफ ज्यूस ऑफ द मेलिना अर्बोरिया इज युज्ड इन द गोनोरिया, कफ अँड द अल्सर्स. गोनोरिया म्हणजे ज्याला आपण गरमी उष्णतेचे रोग असं म्हणतो त्याला. Normally it is related to genital organs. And cough and the ulcers. Ulcers may be the intestinal, duodenal ulcers. These can be cured with the leaf juice of the Melina arborea. Here we have shown the flowers of that particular tree, Melina arborea. Then the leaves of Vitex nigundo serve as the febrifuge. At the same time, when we put the branches of this particular plant in the house, so it can be used to keep off the insects. म्हणजे मच्छर पळवण्यासाठी, पाली किंवा किडे बाहेर घालण्यासाठी त्या व्हायटेक्स निगुंडोच्या पानांचा किंवा ब्रांचेसचा उपयोग आपण करतो. मेनी स्पेसीज ऑफ दिस फॅमिली आर हॅव्हिंग द ऑर्नामेंटल लँटाना कॅमेरा इज देअर. वर्बेना ऑफिसिनालिस, these are the flowers of Verbena officinalis. Beautiful flowers are there, so it can be used for the plantation in the gardens. ड्युरॅन्टा रेपन्स, ज्याला हेज प्लांट आपण म्हटलेला आहे, जे आपल्या गार्डन, आपल्या कंपाऊंडच्या आजूबाजूला आपण लावलेला आहे, दॅट इज ड्युरॅन्टा रेपन्स विथ येलो ड्रूप्स आर देअर. देन इट इज द कॉन्जिया टोमेंटोजा. हियर यू कॅन ऑब्झर्व द कॉन्जिया टोमेंटोजा फ्लावर्स आर देअर. सी द ब्युटिफुल फ्लावर्स ऑफ दिस पर्टिक्युलर मेंबर. देन कॅलिकार्पा, क्लिरोडेंड्रॉन and Petria. These are one of the common plants which can be grown in the gardens. These are the flowers of Calicarpa. See the exerted androecium, because of that it can look very beautiful. And these are the members of the Clerodendron, a beautiful panicle type of the inflorescence in various type of the various colored conditions can be observed in the petals. So these are the members which can be used in the gardens for the beautification. The most common plant in our region for which is used for the timber purpose is the teak. So it is planted for that purpose. The wood of Tectona grandis, sagwan ज्याला आपण म्हणतो, it is extremely hard and long lasting. The wood is largely used in the manufacturing of the ships and the good quality of the furniture. सगळ्यात महाग फर्निचर त्याच्यामुळं सागाचं फर्निचर आपण म्हणतो. The teak is grown in the forest of Burma, Madhya Pradesh and the Assam, and it is typically a dry deciduous type of the forest where it can naturally grows. The wood of Melina arborea, जसे फ्लावर्स आपण मागच्या स्लाइड मध्ये बघितले, the wood of Melina arborea is also used for making the drums, sitars and the musical instruments. There are few members which can be is the oil. So Lipia alba produces the valuable oil. These are the flowers of Lipia lantana, but it is again we can say a wild plant and which can be used to extract the oil. Then tanning, the bark of the Avicennia is used for the tanning purpose. इथे एक बार्क काढलेला पोर्शन तुम्हाला दाखवलेला आहे. ॲव्हिसिनियाचा आपण फ्लावरिंग ट्विग्स बघितलेले आहेत. So bark is having the good quality tannin and this can be used for the tanning purpose in the leather industry. When we talk about the affinity of this family shows the close relationship with the Lamiaceae. Differences in the bilobate corolla and the persistent calyx. These two are the recognizable differences in the family Verbenaceae. It is also bears some affinity with the Boraginaceae and in the nature of inflorescence, calyx and the fruit. It bears relationship with also the Acanthaceae family. Hutchinson in 1969 in families of the flowering plants he treated that it is the Stebaceae and the Chloranthaceae and the Fremataceae as the separate families, where tribes Verbenaceae in the Bentham and Hookers, genera Plantarum, these are included in the tribe Verbenaceae. Thus the family is reduced to its 5 tribes only. So it is quite simple and small family which can be included somewhat relationship between the Lamiales member, that is the Labiatae, Boraginaceae and the Acanthaceae. So this is all about the affinity of this particular family.